Good morning guys, welcome to our OET series. It's early morning today and we're going to talk about your reading subtest, particularly Part A, which you have to answer or complete within 15 minutes. As a bonus, we're going to apply two very important reading techniques, and those are skimming and scanning. So let's differentiate the two. For skimming, when you say skimming, you're going through a text or a passage to find out the overview of this passage or this text. You're trying to find out what it's all about in general. Whereas for scanning, you're trying to pinpoint, locate, or find any information or detail from the passage or from the text. So that's the main difference between the two, okay? So guys, take this from me. Mastery of skimming and scanning as reading techniques will surely boost your reading score, not only in OET but also in IELTS, okay? I did not take the OET, I took the IELTS, and skimming and scanning gave me a band score of 9 in academic UKVI. So guys, I hope you find this tutorial helpful. Let's start. Good morning guys, welcome to our tutorial. For today, we're going to answer Part A of the reading subtest of your occupational English test using the reading techniques skimming and scanning. Okay, so on your left you have your text booklet, and then on your right you have your question paper. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to use Microsoft Word for my answers. And I'm not going to rationalize with you whilst I'm answering the questions, because in Part A you have 15 minutes to complete this one, okay? So the time now is 12:24 in the morning, so let's begin. So instructions to candidates: do not open this question paper or the text booklet until you're told to do so. Write your answers in the space provided in the question paper. You must answer the question within the 15-minute time limit. 1 mark will be granted for each correct answer. Answer all questions. Marks are not deducted for incorrect answers. At the end of the 15 minutes, hand in this question paper and the text booklet, and do not remove the OET material from the test room. So the time now is 12:25, so I've got until 12:40 to complete the task, okay? So let's start. Part A, 15 minutes. Look at the 4 texts A to D in the separate text booklet. For each question 1 to 20, look through the text A to D to find the relevant information. Write your answers in the spaces provided in this question paper. Answer all the questions within the 15-minute time limit, and your answer should only be taken from the text A to D and must be correctly spelled. So as we can see, we have fractures, dislocations, and sprains as the topic, and we have questions 1 to 7. For each question 1 to 7, decide which text A, B, C, or D the information comes from. You may use any letter more than once. So let's begin. In which text can you find information about procedures for delivering pain relief? So on your left you have your text booklet. So let's do the skimming. Okay, skimming. This is the topic. Text A is more on fractures, dislocation, and sprain definition and types, as we can see here. Text B is more on management and assessment, physical examination. Text C, we can see drug, morphine, and dosages, more on medications. And text D is all about technique for plastering back slabs, so more on plastering procedure, I think. So going back to number 1, procedures for delivering pain relief. So pain relief is drug or medication, so I put letter C there. Number 2, procedure to follow when splinting a fractured limb. So splinting or plastering, let's put D. Number 3, what to record when assessing a patient. So we have physical examination. That's text B. And then number 4, terms used to describe different types of fractures. Normally definitions and types are grouped together. So direct or indirect fractures, that might be the one. So okay. 5. The practitioners who administer analgesia. So we go to the medication part. So health worker, medical officer, nurse practitioner. Text C. And then number 6. What to look for when checking an injury. Compartment syndrome. Or likely the physical examination would be more appropriate. So it's still, nonetheless, still text P. And then 7, we have how fractures can be caused. So it's more on the introduction, I think. So direct, indirect. Twisting, violence to bones. I'd put letter A there. Okay. So time check, be sure to check your time. Yep, got enough time, I think. Questions 8 to 14, answer the questions with a word or short phrase from one of the texts. Each answer may include words, numbers, or both. What should be used to elevate a fractured leg, a patient's fractured leg? What should be used to elevate a patient's fractured leg? Elevate here. Leg injuries. Pillow. A pillow. And then number 9. So maximum dose of morphine per kilo of patient's weight can be given using the IM route. So medications, IM, morphine, adult 0.1 to 0.2 milligram per kilogram to a maximum of 10, but it's asking per kilo, so I'd put 0.2 milligram per kilo. And then which parts of a limb may need extra padding? Middle finger, elbow, stockinette. So now I'm using scanning. Do not apply pressure over bony prominences. Extra padding can be placed over bony prominences. So B. Bony prominences. Okay. 11. What should be used to treat a patient who suffers respiratory depression? So it should be under the medications. The respiratory depression, if it should occur, give naloxone. So that's the antidote. Okay, number 12. What should be used to cover a freshly applied plaster back slab? So wrap crepe bandage firmly around plaster back slab. So I'd put crepe bandage. What analgesic should be given to a patient who's allergic to morphine? Let's go to the medication part as well. Let's go to the medication part again. I can see it here, so let's have a look here. There. If not allergic, give morphine. If allergic to morphine, use fentanyl. So fentanyl. Number 14. What condition might a patient have if severe pain persists after splinting, elevation, and repeated analgesia? I think it's compartment syndrome. Should be here. There. Compartment syndrome. Because I remember during our ortho studies before. Consider this one where pain is severe and unrelieved by splinting or elevation or 2 doses of analgesia. Compartment syndrome. 15. Complete each of the sentences with a word or short phrase from one of the texts. Each answer may include words, numbers, or both. Falling on an outstretched hand is a typical cause of a blank of the elbow. There, falling on an outstretched hand, dislocation of the elbow. 16. Upper limb fractures should be elevated by means of upper limb fractures. Upper limb, so arms, a sling. And then make sure the patient isn't wearing it. And then 17, make sure the patient isn't wearing any blank on the part of the body where the plaster back slab is going to be placed. So it's all about the plastering. So there. Ensure any jewelry is removed from the injured limb. So jewelry. Just ensure the spelling is correct. Here. And then 18, check to see whether swollen limbs are blank or increasing in size. Check. So there, check. So now I'm scanning again. Increasing in size is getting bigger. Okay, so increasing in size is getting bigger. And swollen limb. Okay, so throbbing. And then, number 19. In the plaster back slab, there is a layer of blank closest to the skin. So, plastering. So, we put a cotton padding on top of the stockinette. And then, plaster of Paris. And then, the slab to the contours of the arm. And then, the crepe bandage. But the question is, a layer of blank closest to the skin. So the layer should be on top of the skin. So it should be this one then. Non-compression cotton stockinette. Non-compression cotton stockinette. So it's correct. Spelling is correct. 20. Patients aged blank and over shouldn't be given the higher doses of pain relief. So let's go to pain relief. Adult. So use the lower end of dose range in patients more than or equal to 70 years. Question. Patient aged blank and over. So 70 years and over. So I believe we may write the numerical form for 70. So 70 years and over. It makes sense, right? Patient aged 70 years and over. So I've put all my answers there. I've got 3 minutes left, so I can still check my answers. So I'll check my answers from 8 to 20. Okay, what should be elevated a what should be used to elevate a what should be elevated a fractured leg? Kilo. And then maximum dose of morphine per kilo 0.2. Okay. And then which parts of a limb may need extra padding? Bony prominences. And then what should be used to treat respiratory depression? Naloxone. Yep. 13. What analgesic should be given to a patient who's allergic to morphine? Morphine allergy somewhere here. Fentanyl. Yep. What condition might a patient have if severe pain persists after splinting elevation and analgesia? Compartment syndrome. Yep. Falling on an outstretched hand is a typical cause of blank. So we've seen the outstretched hand here. So dislocation. Elbow dislocation. Okay. Because the question is already put here of the elbow, so I just need to put the word dislocation. Okay. So 16, upper limb fractures should be elevated. Upper limb is arm, so a sling. Okay. Ensure patient isn't wearing. Ensure patient 17. Ensure patient isn't wearing any jewelry. Okay, 18. We've seen that one here. Getting bigger or throbbing. 19. Closest to the skin. Yeah, I'm confident it's this one, because it's the first one you put or apply on top of the skin. And then 20. The age for the lower end of the dose range for morphine. Shouldn't be given the higher doses. So yeah, I'm happy with the 70 years. So these are my answers, and we're going to check the answers now. Okay, so let's go here. I think I've opened the answer key. There. Right. So answer key. Let's go to number 1. We need to decide which text the information comes from. So for number 1, procedures for delivering pain relief. So pain relief is morphine here. Although you've got fentanyl there, the main protocol is under text C. So I did answer C, and the answer is letter C. Okay? And then number 2, procedure to follow when splinting a fractured limb. So it's plastering. I put D, and it's D. Number 3, what to record when assessing a patient. So assessment part is here under text B. So I put B, and the answer is letter B as well. Yep. And then number 4, the terms used to describe different types of fractures. So it should be under text A, and the answer is text A, and we answered text A, so it's correct. And then number 5, the practitioners who administer analgesia. Analgesia is under text C, and we can see some people here, okay, under text C. So we've answered letter C, and the answer is letter C, correct. And then number 6, what to look for when checking an injury. So it's under assessment and management, text B. I put text B. The answer is text B. And then number 7, how fractures can be caused. So I did put letter A, okay, due to twisting, violence to bones. That's why there's a break in the bone or fractures. I put A, and the answer is A, okay? So number 8 to 14, I'd say these questions make use of scanning, as you're going to locate the answer, okay, from the text, okay? You're looking for specific information from the text. Whereas numbers 1 to 7, you're looking for what kind of information can be found under a specific text. Okay, so that's skimming. So again, if you're looking for a specific detail, specific information, then that's scanning. 8. What should be used to elevate a patient's fractured leg? So again, there, leg injuries, elevate the limb, a pillow. Okay, I put a pillow, and the answer is a pillow or pillows. Okay, next you have, what's the maximum dose of morphine per kilo of patient's weight? It can be given using the IM root. What did we put there? So because it asked this part here per kilo, that's why I put 0.2 milligram. Okay, so 0.2 milligram per kilo. And then number 10, which parts of a limb may need extra padding? So it can be found under text D, and where's that one? Extra padding can be placed over bony prominences. So bony prominences, that's my answer, and I hope it's right. Correct. Okay, and then number 11, I mean, what should be used to treat a patient who suffers 11. What should be used to treat a patient who suffers respiratory depression? So naloxone. So that's the antidote for morphine overdose or opiate overdose. So naloxone is your antidote for morphine overdose. Okay, so that's it. Naloxone. Number 12. What should be used to cover a freshly applied plaster back slab? So that's number 8 here. Wrap the bandage firmly around plaster back slab. So I did put that one. Crip bandage. Number 12. And the answer is crip bandage, or just crip. So number 13, what analgesic should be given to a patient who's allergic to morphine? So we found it here. If allergic to morphine, use fentanyl. So we put fentanyl in number 13, and the answer is fentanyl. Okay? Next, we have number 14. What condition might a patient have if severe pain persists after splinting, elevation, and repeated analgesia? So, if you're aware of compartment syndrome, if you remember pallor, paresthesia, okay, those things following plastering, okay, or splinting, then that's the answer. I'm confident that's the answer. Okay, so I put compartment syndrome, and it's compartment syndrome for number 14. Okay, number 15, it's fill in the blanks or sentence completion. Falling on an outstretched hand is a typical cause of a blank of the elbow. So I put dislocation because of this, elbow dislocation. Okay, and the answer is dislocation. Okay, next, number 16, upper limb fractures should be elevated by means of a. So I did put sling because of the arm injuries, and I put a sling, and the answer is sling. Okay, make sure the patient isn't wearing any blank on the part of the body where the plaster back slab is going to be placed. So according here in text D, ensure any jewelry is removed from the injured limb. So I've put jewelry, and the answer should be jewelry. Okay, jewelry. Next, Check to see whether swollen limbs are blank or increasing in size. So we've seen getting bigger is synonymous or the same as increasing in size, okay? And swollen limbs, the limb of swollen, okay? So obviously it's the word throbbing. Okay, throbbing, and the answer is throbbing. Okay, next. In a plaster back slab, there is a layer of blank closest to the skin. So again, the first thing we need to apply on top of the skin. So I did put this one. Non-compression cotton stockinette. Okay. And yep, cotton or non-compression stockinette. And then lastly, we can see 70 years here. Okay, what's the question for that? Patient's aged blank and over shouldn't be given the higher doses of pain relief. That means we should use the lower end of dose range in patients greater than or more than or equal to 70 years. So 70 years should be enough here, okay? You don't have to put the greater than because you've got the word over here, okay? So I did put 70 years, and the answer key says 70 years, okay? So that's it. Thanks to Skimming and Scanning. I hope that you've picked up something new with this tutorial. So we managed to finish the task or the part A for 15 minutes. Okay, I started around 12:25 and I managed to finish before 12:40 in the morning. Okay? Okay guys, so this ends our vlog for today. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you like the content of this video, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Continue subscribing or comment down below for any topics you want me to cover regarding OET, IELTS, math, or healthcare. And also consider sharing this to your friends. Who knows, they might find this helpful. Okay guys, thank you very much. I'll see you later. Goodbye.